Hey guys, in today's video we're going to talk about the Jamble app and how much they suck and what the hell's going on. Long story short, I was a seller on Jamble after I got banned from Whatnot. I joined in May of 2023 and I was their 9th top seller for the year of 2023, even though I joined 5 months into the year. Haters will say that's not true, so here's some proof. This was the Stanley that they sent me. I've actually gotten 2 Stanleys from them. One of them was because I was an ultra seller, which is you sell more than $10,000 in a month. So what's going on with Jamble right now? Well, where do we even start? So let's start with this email that I got. So apparently they do like battles now and you can get gems and fucking stickers and I don't know, I feel like it's kind of mimicking TikTok. I got this email that says, hey Vadazrad, Battle V4 just launched in the latest update. Here's everything you need to know to get ready. Choose a battle duration according to tier, and then it has different tiers. Keep playing until the end. If you end your battle early, winners will not get the rewards. Participants must stay until the end to receive the rewards. A warning will pop up if they try to leave early. Let's make your battles bigger and better. So I don't know what the fuck this is all about. I think it's kind of ridiculous a little bit. I feel like they're so desperate for money that, I mean, it's obvious. It's actually obvious that they're desperate for money because they are spending more than they can make, apparently. We'll talk about that in a second. So somebody sent me this screenshot. Jamble now offers, where is it? They offer Prime. Get Jamble Prime, which is you pay them $60 a year and you get quick fix assistance. The fuck is that? That is also free. So what the fuck is quick fix assistance? Frequent free shipping. So not free shipping all the time. Frequent. What does frequent mean? Like how frequent are we talking? Refund order. What does that mean? The seller is able to refund an order? You can do that on my marketplace. If you guys didn't know, I started my own reselling marketplace on the District app. It's called Keepin' It Real. We actually have our relaunch happening this weekend. It starts on Thursday, goes throughout the weekend. We're having a big raid train on Saturday. Selling fees are going to be lowered to only 5%. And we aren't just live shows. We offer static listings as well. So if you're interested in that, I will have a link down below where you can join. I'll also link some videos where I go more in depth about my marketplace. But that's something you can do on my marketplace. The seller is able to refund a buyer, which is amazing. I feel like it's a very simple feature, but it's a really great thing to have. It's nice to be able to give that power to the seller and not have to rely on, you know, sending an email and hopefully they get back to you within a reasonable amount of time, you know? So I guess if you pay Jamble $60 a year, you can do that too. Reduced fees, I wonder how much they're reduced by. And then increased gems. What the fuck does that mean? What the fuck are gems? Like what? $60 a year. Oh, wait, it's 40% off. It's 40% off. It used to be $100 a year, but now it's $60 a year for Jamble Prime. Again, in my opinion, they are so desperate to make money. They're literally trying anything. So when I joined Jamble, there were no paid sellers like there are now. So Jamble was paying people. They actually paid me to do a shit ton of fucking shows for them. My cat is doing like acrobatic moves over there and she's gonna fall. Jamble did pay me to do a bunch of shows. They also gave me Jamble coins to give away, which Jamble coins are basically just credits that you can use to buy stuff on the app. So when I was selling on there, it wasn't called like an official paid seller like it is now. After I left is when they started recruiting random ass people, like random people from TikTok, from Instagram that have never live sold before. They recruited people with like bigger audiences. They recruited people with smaller audiences. Like there was no like rhyme or reason to who they recruited. It was actually kind of fucking weird. They recruited some scammers too. I will have to go back and see what video it was, but there was a pretty big scammer that Jamble recruited. I don't know. I'm going to have to do some research when I'm editing this video because I literally cannot remember all the names of all the fucking scammers because there's so many. But now Jamble has paid sellers. So not only are they paying these sellers to do shows, they're also paying for the inventory as well. I think that's crazy because they're not making like a shit ton of money and they're encouraging $1 sales. So they're having these paid sellers, they're paying them, they're giving them inventory. So obviously Jamble has to pay for the inventory. And then they're encouraging dollar starts. So they're not making much money off the things that they're selling. I've been in plenty of shows where I've seen like really nice Lululemon stuff go for like $10 or $15. Jamble started really encouraging dollar starts when I was ready to piece the fuck out of there. which I did piece the fuck out on my own. So I left Jamble on my own. They did not ban me. Here's the last email that I had with Imar. We'll talk about him in a second. I have another email to show you from him. But here's the last email that I had with Imar telling him, hey, I'm going to leave Jamble because they didn't like that I was making these YouTube videos. And I'm like, well, you know what? I'm not going to stop making these YouTube videos, so I'm going to leave your app. Contrary to what people are saying, the snake said I got banned from Jamble. That's not fucking true. Jamble has something called instant payout, which is incredibly misleading. Instant payout, you would think you get paid immediately, right? Whatnot has instant payout, and it's truly instant payout. As soon as you print your labels, you get the money. Jamble calls it instant payout, but it's not really. What they call instant is when UPS scans the label on an item. Then Jamble sends the money to Stripe, and it takes an additional 2 to 3 days to get the money. That's not instant. It's very fucking misleading. There are a lot of things with Jamble that were misleading, and I called that shit out when I was on the app. Like, I'm gonna go off on a tangent here, but their ranking system that they had for their sellers, they had Rising Seller, Elite, and then Ultra. Rising was you sold at least $1,000 in a month. Elite was $5,000 in a month. And then Ultra was $10,000. Jamble thought it was so difficult to sell $10,000 in a month, they let the sellers have that badge for 3 months. So if you saw the badge on someone's profile, you thought, hey, you're selling $10,000 every month. No, that wasn't the fucking case. And I told them that. Anyway, I guess currently there are payment issues with Jamble. People who have instant payout, they're not getting their money. So somebody sent me this email, and this was Imar. This was my dude Imar. Somebody had said, are the payouts delayed? Or I don't have the full email, but this is Imar's response. Hi, blank. Thanks for flagging this. We had a temporary liquidity gap with our payment provider. It's already solved, and everything should be back to normal within 48H. Sorry about that. It took longer than expected because of the weekend delays on their side. Thanks a lot for your patience. Imar. Like, liquidity gap, what the fuck does that mean? So let's ask Siri. Hey, Siri. Bitch, wake up. Hey, Siri. What does liquidity gap mean? A liquidity gap is the difference between a person or organization's total liquid assets and their total liabilities. It can also refer to a mismatch of the maturity dates or securities or discrepancies arising between the demand and supply for a given security. Basically, like I fucking said, Jamble is spending more money than they're making. I just laugh. It fucking sucks. If you're a seller on Jamble, that fucking sucks to hear. I've warned you guys about Jamble. I told you they're going down in flames, but no, you guys don't listen. So it's your own fault at this point. Like, I don't feel bad. Just like Whatnot. If you get fucked over on Whatnot, it's literally your own fault at this point. That's fucking crazy. What are they spending too much money on? I feel like, in my opinion, it's the paid sellers, all the inventory that they're buying, and they're also giving away Jamble coins, which is, again, credits that people can use to buy stuff. So it's just a fucking shit show. This person right here sent me screenshots. It says the balance is $2,036.97 pending from sales, $964.44. So yeah, basically Jamble only sent them part of their money that is owed. They have instant payout. They should be getting all the money that's owed, but they only sent them a partial amount of what is owed. How fucking frustrating is that? Especially for the sellers that depend on the money that they earn from shows to reinvest for the next show that they're gonna do, you know? That fucking sucks. Again, I've told you guys that Jamble is not a good app. I feel like with Jamble, and I've said this before, I feel like they had some good ideas, but they just don't know what the fuck they're doing, in my opinion. They literally do not know what the fuck they're doing. Also, there are still people scamming on that app too. I still see scammers. I get messages from you guys saying, hey, look at this person. They're selling counterfeit this. They're selling counterfeit this. It's like, I've reported it to Jamble and they're not doing anything. Oh, look, here's a paid seller selling fake shit and Jamble's not doing anything. I'm not surprised. That's going to be it for this video, though. I just wanted to let you guys know about the latest shit show with the app that is called Jamble. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll talk to you guys in my next video. Bye.